General Horoho, let me ask you this question. I believe in medical research. I'm committed to medical research. I have a bill relative to the NIH and defense research which would make a national commitment to it, and I believe in that. It's built into me. But my experience in the House and Senate is that we are inundated with people who have special pleas. They come to us with a child with diabetes or a parent with Alzheimer's, and they ask for more medical research. Obviously, every one of us would do the same. And it used to be, you'd say, I'd love to do that, but that's not the way it works. We send the money to the NIH, and they make the decision. It's not a political decision. Now let's talk about Department of Defense medical research, created by Congress and sustained by Congress and enhanced by this committee. There are two different approaches here, basic different approaches. The House is specific. The House talks about specific areas of research for specific diseases and how much money for each. In the Senate, we do some of that, but we also try to put it into what we call this peer-reviewed medical research program, so that we give priorities, but we don't put dollar amounts next to them. We want to let the peer review process develop and let them determine which are the most promising areas. I think the bottom line here, and you tell me if I'm missing this, is that the NIH is basically committed to basic research. And what we're talking about, the Department of Defense, is translational research, taking that basic research and applying it. Mm-hmm. All of the research that went into that Johns Hopkins surgery, which the man had a double hand replacement, had to be done to reach the point where it could be translated into a surgical procedure and postoperative treatment that worked. So that's how I kind of see a line being drawn between NIH basic research and Department of Defense translational. Long question, but here's where I'm headed. When we take a look at where we send you this list each year in medical research, is there a way for, through peer review or other sources, for you to evaluate where might be a situation where you said, if they'd just given us $10 million more in burn research, we are so close to something that really could be historic and important. We're trying to make these decisions as elected officials. Tell us from the medical research point of view what you think is the best practice.
Senator, first, thank you for the support in the areas of research, because there has been tremendous changes over the last 13 years because of funding that was given 20 years ago. It's a long tail to be able to get us to where we can actually translate it into practice and changing how we provide care. In the question that you just asked, I think there's a couple things. As generous as the research budget is, there is still never enough that's there. And so what we have found in different areas, we use tremendous amount of partnerships with the civilian community because we'll get research to a certain point, and then we'll do these partnerships to be able to allow it to continue. So that is one area, and I think it's important that we continue that. I think there's probably opportunities to have better feedback in which you all could ask questions, and then we could give a status update of exactly where those research projects are, or maybe where some vulnerability is. I think that's something that we could absolutely explore in doing that. But the growth that we've had over these last several years is really looking and saying, what's the military relevancy of the research that we're doing? How do we make sure that all three services are much more integrated in where we're spending our dollars as the dollars get tighter? And then where can we partner with the civilian healthcare system and researchers to apply basic research and translational research to really actually tackle some of those tough questions?